work week. We're kind of put it behind us on Sunday. It's on the Texas A&M.
What is your mindset this week, Ben?
Getting better. The offense getting better, more cohesion. Just everyone playing hard every single snap. And I think we really did that the past 2 days. I think passing games yesterday and today was clicking, and we'll get more routes on Saturday and just keep continuing to get better.
What was the overriding emotion the 24 hours after?
Disappointment, embarrassing. No one feels worse than us on the field. I mean, you say all they want, but we put in all that work all throughout the year, and then to have things kind of happen like that on Saturday, it's really disappointing because we know how hard we worked, how much preparation we put in, and for it to unravel like that in the fourth quarter is disappointing. And something we'll learn from and get better at.
Austin, what have you said to the guys about getting things back on track?
I haven't really said too much. I just try to lead by my actions, really. And all I can do is go out there every day with the same intensity, same mindset of guys getting to the right spots, me throwing the ball at the right time in the right place. And the guys understand we can't have that happen again. It's kind of like last year. We can't have that happen again. We're right there, 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter on the 2-yard line, one possession game. 3 minutes left in the game, it's a one possession game. We're right there, and for things to kind of end like that, it's really disappointing for us. And the offense got to play better. We'll pick it up and we'll get better.
You feel there's a mental block at all on the goal line, just time after time we all get so close and nothing comes out of it?
No, they just had some good plays where they brought a safety down, plugged the guy, and we got to make that extra yard. Football's a game of inches, and you see it. We're on the 1-yard line right there, 1-score game, and we got to get in there.
I guess did you share the first grade?
Yeah, we didn't have time for both. Had to go out there.
Having such experience in the secondary, how did those guys help you?
They helped me a lot. They're always telling me stuff I can improve on, and if I don't know anything, I go to them, and they tell me right here.
Who'd you go to the most from?
It's a bunch of probably K-Rich, Andre, Pulley, Josh, Dre, Toby.
On A&M, just from what you've seen of them so far, what do you feel about them?
They got a hopper offense, kind of like first years, so we can
What's this team's mindset now on the bye week after what happened on Saturday?
It's just we got to put that behind us and get better. And make
Third down, I guess they converted 10 of 14. But Paul Rhodes said a lot of that was because what happened on first and second down. Is that what you all been kind of reviewing? Or?
Yeah, they were real successful on first and second down, so they put themselves in that position. So we just got to get better on first and second down so they're not in third and short.
What do you think helped you during fall camp to elevate to be a player behind most things getting everything in here?
The receivers, like the first couple of days, Jordan and Deacon, they was running right past me. And, Coach Rose was getting my ear, staying up pedal, all that, and working with them because those guys are really fast. So that really got me right.
Being from Muskogee, were you thinking OSU or OU or anything before you committed here?
Not really, because I'm originally from San Diego, so I didn't grow up like loving OU or OSU like that. Everybody was thinking I was going to go to OU, but not really.
Did they offer anything?
Yeah, OU offered, OSU didn't.
Anything else this bye week? Just kind of what were you working on particularly?
We're working on really the personnel and what we're going to call against the personnel, something like that.
Overall, how do you think you did in your first start?
I feel like I did pretty good. Held my own a lot. It was really a quiet game for me. So that's as a corner, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what Paul Rhodes said. Sometimes the best corners are the ones you don't notice.
Your dad has been supporting you. Just talk about how he's been there for you.
He's been there the whole way. He was really my first coach, and he was always pushing me to do my best, and that's like how my mindset is. Never slacking off anything.
Welcome back. It's our Friday edition of On the Hill with Pat Jenkins Sports Talk. Brought to you each and every day here on our live stream of Pat Jenkins Sports Talk Radio, Monday through Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. The segment is always brought to you by Lindsay & Associates, with locations in Fayetteville, locations also too in Rogers. This segment is also brought to you by Locomotion, located just below the Northwest Arkansas Mall in Fayetteville. And lastly, this segment is brought to you by Fun City. Its locations in Springdale, just off the 412 highway, if you're looking for some places to take your kids in the Springdale area. And we always want to let you know that if you don't get a chance to catch us here on our live stream of On the Hill with Pat Jenkins Monday through Friday, you can catch us as we always podcast on iHeartRadio, the top segment of the daily show each and every day of On the Hill with Pat Jenkins Sports Talk. And as we came in on our last segment to close it out, we gave you audio from senior quarterback Austin Allen. He talked about just the frustration and, you know, things that they have to continue to get better on. And then we caught up with true freshman cornerback Cameron Curl, a guy that I know is going to continue to progress. And he talked about just who's taking him under their wing to help him get acclimated to college football and being able to handle the starter's role here at Arkansas at that cornerback spot for injured junior cornerback Ryan Pulley. Demetrius, the two that we've heard, Austin and Cameron, we've heard audio from Drake Greenlaw, also to sophomore tight end Cheyenne O'Grady. What out of last night's offensive and defensive midweek media day interviews have you taken from today's show?
You know, I think the guys said all the right things, but I'm eager to see how that translates to on the field. Year 5 with all these guys being Brett Bielema's players. You know, again, they said the right things, but now it's time to see it on the field because this game is so critical. I believe this game is either going to, in this next game, I'm talking about this A&M game, I think it's either going to split the team or it's going to divide the fan base. And what I mean by that is, when you look at it, the fans are going to be calling for some big change, whether that be Austin Allen's changing out with Cole Kelly at quarterback, or calling for a new coach, or calling for or something new. But I know there's going to have to be something in this game that gives Brett Bielema hope and support from this fan base, because again, we won't have another significant game to that South Carolina game, and you don't want to go in that game down 0-2 against decent opponents, because we don't count FAMU FCS school. So he definitely this is probably Brett Bielema's most pressured game since his tenure here at Arkansas. I believe this is the biggest game that he will have to go down and play next week, and I say that because to me this is what's going to get that monkey off his back or keep it on.
I totally agree with you, but now we got some big games, and we're in a pressure moment ourselves, as we like to each and every Friday here on the A before we close out the week. We like to do our Demetrius, you came up with a new segment. What's that segment called?
We can't do it this week because we got to see what SEC schools lose. But it's called Get Left or Get Right. And we'll be playing it actually next week, because Arkansas, the question to Arkansas, are they going to get left behind or are they going to get right and correct that ship? So we're going to say that for next week.
All right, let's get up into our picks. The first game we got up, Colorado State travels to Tuscaloosa to face the big monster. Who you got?
Oh, man, nothing to say here but Roll Tide.
We'll go Roll Tide as well. Really no words need to be said. We know how. It's not a matter of if, it's just by how much in their ball game. The next big ball game, well, I shouldn't say big, Auburn hosts Mercer.
I think it's another cup game. I think this is another kind of icing on the cake for Auburn. So I'm going to go Auburn.
See, they needed what they should have done, Demetrius, take off the R and put the Y. And that's what it should have been. Auburn's going to have mercy, hopefully, on Mercer.
That's a good one, brother.
We're going to go ahead and take the Auburn Tigers in this one. And then one of the SEC East big matchups of the weekend, Tennessee travels to the Swamp to take on the Florida Gators. What say you on that one?
Man, this is an interesting one. Two teams that nobody really knows what they're going to do. But I'm going to have to go with Butch. I think with the turmoil that I've seen on that offensive side of the ball, and the defense doesn't look great. It looks good, but it doesn't look great. So I'm definitely going to throw Tennessee in this one.
And I'm going just for the fact I think Dormady is a better quarterback than Felipe Franks. Offensive line play, I can see Tennessee's defensive front imposing their will, such as Michigan as well. And with this being the second game, for the Florida Gators, Tennessee's come off 2 really big wins, in particular that big one versus Georgia Tech, riding a wave of confidence. I think they go to the Swamp and get it done. I'm going to take the Florida Gators as well. We got Georgia between the hedges hosting the Sanford Bulldogs. Who we got?
I got Georgia. I think they'll keep their running game going and clean up some things on the offensive line to play.
I'm taking UGA as well. No words need to be said in that one. The other big SEC East matchup that we're going to be paying attention to on Saturday, South Carolina hosts the Kentucky Wildcats. Where we at?
This is a huge game for both programs. I think this is whichever one comes out on top. I think this will be the turning point for that program. But I've been speaking highly of South Carolina all summer, so I'm going to have to go South Carolina.
I'm going South Carolina as well. I think they've been a team that a lot of us in the SEC that cover the conference on a regular basis felt like they were the sleeper team. I think it's the first home game they've been on the road at Missouri. Got a big win, beat a very good ACC team in North Carolina State. So I'm going to take Will Muschamp and the Gamecocks in this one for Saturday. Next one, that SEC West rival that we've been talking about. LSU travels to Starkville to take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Where you at?
I'm going to have to go with them Bengals. I like the Tigers down there at LSU. I think they're really going to surprise some people and really continue with Alabama getting that West.
I'm going to pick the upset tomorrow night. I think Fitzpatrick is the best player on the football field, and he's going to make some plays that they have to make to be a great defense. Not a good defense, but a great David Randall-led defense in LSU. And I'm going to pick Mississippi State to hold serve at the house and get this big one. I'm taking the Bulldogs of Mississippi State. Next up, Ole Miss travels out to Berkeley, California to take on the Cal Bears. Where we at?
Upset, man. I think Ole Miss. UCLA is going to come out with another SEC victory, and they're going to go 2-0 playing SEC schools.
It's California.
You said what now?
The California Bears and Ole Miss.
Oh, yeah. UCLA, right?
Nope.
Who you talking about? Oh, Cal. I'm tripping.
So you got to pick Ole Miss now.
No, I still think it's going to be an upset, man.
Okay.
Ole Miss doesn't really look that good to me.
I think Ole Miss offensively with their quarterback, Shea Patterson, and those receivers, A.J. Brown, and the likes of those guys, just too much firepower on the offensive side of football. I think they go out to California and remain 3-0 when they get back on the plane to head back to SEC country. So I'm going to take Ole Miss. Next up, Missouri hosts the Purdue Boilermakers. Where we at?
I don't know. I haven't really watched a lot of film on Purdue. So I'm just going to be a homer and go with Missouri just because they're from the SEC.
Mizzou's still Mizzou's a bad defense, but Purdue, I think, is a bad football team. They in their opener they played had a pretty good outing to start the season, but it's still Purdue, and I'm going to take Missouri for the same reasons I took Ole Miss in the California game. Too much offense, too much firepower. I'll take the Tigers of Missouri. Then the team that Arkansas plays next week in Jerry's World, they get a chance to host the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana Lafayette. Where we at?
I'm going to have to go with the SEC school again. I think the superior talent in our league is just going to should trump a lot of the other teams.
I'm taking A&M as well. And then we're going to round it out. Kansas State in another Big 12 SEC tilt takes on the Vanderbilt Commodores. What's your take on this one?
I'm going Vanderbilt. I like Vanderbilt. I think they're going to go down there and really pull an upset. So I'm excited for that game.
I like Vandy too. I think they're also a team like a Kentucky or a South Carolina. I've even got Mississippi State as one of those teams that are just wading in the water. Vanderbilt's wading as well. I'm going to take the Commodores. And that's going to wrap it up for today's show. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday and start talking about the Southwest Classic. It's on the Hill with Pat Jenkins. You guys have a blessed one.